Hello everyone, I am Casey the Gamer, and it's time for another game review. This time I'm taking a look at one of the many Dragon Ball games out there. I'm taking a look at Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout was released on August 21st, 1997 in Japan, and in October 1997 in North America for the PlayStation. Now, I love Dragon Ball. The original series and Dragon Ball Z are both amazing. Both Dragon Ball Super and GT have great ideas, but they aren't anywhere near as good as the other two. There are tons of Dragon Ball games I could have covered for my first Dragon Ball review, several that I have played and loved, and I will get to those. But I've heard a lot about this game over the years, a lot of bad things. Is Dragon Ball GT Final Bout as bad as its reputation? Let's find out. There's no story mode for this game, so we're jumping right into the gameplay. There are 10 characters available from the start. The available characters are Goku, Pan, Kid Goku, Trunks, Vegeta, Gohan, Cell, Kid Buu, Frieza, and Piccolo. There are also 7 hidden characters. They include Super Saiyan Goku from Dragon Ball Z, Super Saiyan Goku from GT, Super Saiyan Future Trunks from Dragon Ball Z, Super Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan Kid Goku, and Super Saiyan Trunks from GT. The hidden characters can only be unlocked via a cheat code. The only annoying thing about this is that you'll have to enter the cheat code every time. Final Bout has 3 gameplay modes: Battle Mode, Tournament Mode, and Build-Up Mode. In Battle Mode, you are presented with 2 options: Versus Man and Versus Com. Versus Man is just the versus mode for you and another player. Versus Com has you battling a number of computer-controlled fighters until you fight the boss character, Super Baby in his Great Ape form. It's basically like an arcade mode. Tournament Mode has 2 modes as well. The standard Tournament Mode has up to 8 characters, either player-controlled or computer-controlled. Fight it out to see who will truly become number 1 under the sun. Just when it comes to setting it up with computer players, select your character and then press start for the game to select your computer opponents. The second Tournament Mode is directly related to the other mode in the game, Build-Up Mode. Build-Up Mode allows you to increase the strength of your characters in the game, which is pretty cool on paper. Ideas like this would be used in some way in future games, like in Budokai 3, where you could increase the stats of your characters. But in this game, you don't get to assign points to any stats. And it seems like you get more battle points from losing. Sometimes I would win and I would barely get anything. In addition to the characters you fight in Build-Up Mode to earn battle points, there is a Build-Up Battle, which allows 2 players to load up their characters and fight each other. The second Tournament Mode is Build-Up Tournament, which lets you use your characters from Build-Up Mode. Now, how does Final Bout feel to play? It honestly feels pretty awful. It's very slow and very janky. It's honestly not fun to me at all in terms of gameplay. You can jump, punch, kick, fly, block, and throw ki blasts. You're able to do combos and more powerful moves by inputting button combinations like in Street Fighter. They're relatively easy to pull off, if the enemy lets you. There are these combos called meteor moves, where you can keep the combo going to do some serious damage. I never managed to pull one of these off, but the computer player did it all the time, and I was never able to get out of it, which is just oodles of fun. Some of the special attacks will sometimes enter a cinematic style shot, and you or the computer player will be able to do a counter in some way, either by just blocking it, deflecting it, tanking the hit, or returning fire with another special move, and then a beam struggle ensues. I only ever won a single beam struggle, and as for the counters, I think I got one to work once. The computer player, on the other hand, all the time. There were tons of amazing fighting games that came out in the PlayStation 1 era that might have been a little jank, but were still a fun experience overall. And some played quite well. Final Bout is definitely not one of them at all. So I guess for a positive, I like the roster. Sure, it's a little Saiyan heavy, but most of Dragon Ball is after a certain point. I think it's cool that they have the GT versions and the Z versions of certain characters. I also think it's cool that they included the 3 big villains from Z as well. Although, I do think Super Buu would have been better than Kid Buu, just my opinion. And I feel like they could have included Baby Vegeta in his normal form on the roster instead of just having him show up in the Great 8 form. So to reiterate, I like the roster, but the gameplay itself does not feel good at all. There are some positives here. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout features the blocky polygonal graphics the PlayStation is known for. For the time, I think the character models and backgrounds are fine. They look good. One of the biggest highlights is the opening cutscene. Got some brand new animation featuring our playable characters, and it looks great. The sound effects are also pretty decent overall. They sound like Dragon Ball sound effects, nothing to complain about there. And honestly, in addition to the opening cutscene, the best thing about this game has to be the soundtrack. The soundtrack is actually really damn good. I'm not surprised though, Dragon Ball music is always good. Oh, and the game has laughably bad voice acting. Like none of the characters in English are voiced by any of the official dub actors. And strangely enough, in the middle of combat, when you do a special move, the voices switch to Japanese. But when you win or lose, it's switched back to English for the victory dialogue.
You look strong. This should be a good fight.
You are the first to show me this much.
So, let's see how strong you are.
Ha! Hurry up and show me your real strength.
All right now.
You're gonna give it all you got from the start, huh? I'm not so easy.
All right now.
Now let me show you the force of my true power. You were too overconfident. Let me show you to your defeat!
I love Dragon Ball and almost everything that it encompasses. I'm a fan of some of the lower quality games as well. But this one's just not for me. I've seen some people talking online that this game is a guilty pleasure of theirs, and I think that's great. I totally respect that. I have several guilty pleasure games as well. If you love this game, don't let me change your mind. Keep on playing it and having fun with it. But again, this one is just not for me. To me, it is definitely as bad as I've heard it was over the years, and I can't recommend playing it. This is the only review so far where I was dying to be done playing the game. Whenever I cover a Dragon Ball game again, it'll definitely be one of the good ones. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you want to see more of me, you can catch me streaming all kinds of stuff over on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/CaseyTheGamer91. You can find the link for that down in the description below. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you next time. Peace out.